Damn. We got 3 cars involved here, maybe 4. I'm not even out cop watching, guys. I was at an appliance store next door. How's everybody doing? Yeah. Ayers and Sunnybrook. I was getting a belt for my dryer. Because we only got one appliance store here in Corpus. This happened right next to me. I don't even hear it though. Just went to pull out and I'm like, oh, look at that. Bunch of fire trucks. So yeah, it looks like 3 cars involved. They got smashed hard. She's hurting. Yeah, they caught the edge of it, but front of that car is completely smashed, side of that car is completely smashed. Driver of the silver car is going on a stretcher. She's banged up hardcore. Somebody pulled out when they shouldn't have. Yep. I'm one of the local cop watchers, but I'm not out cop watching right now. I was just over at the appliance store getting a belt for my dryer. And this happens.
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either. Yeah. I was about to pull out. I'm like, oh, look at all the blinky lights. All right, time to record.
Yeah, she's a pregnant woman. She's 27 months pregnant.
Oh, man.
What? Oh, Jesus. I'm guessing neck and chest from the seatbelt, whiplash.
Yeah.
Somebody definitely. Oh, I'm wondering how the red car got over here. It has to have spun around.
Spun around that one.
Yeah.
You saw it happen?
No.
I was pulling up over here and I seen
All I saw was just glass fly everywhere.
I just seen the girl sitting over here when I pulled up and I was like, I know.
Yeah, obviously somebody pulled up from one of the intersections when they shouldn't have, but
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure which direction's which. Because how did this car, they didn't get pushed sideways this way. It has to have been turned around.
Yeah, I saw that car speeding.
This girl on the silver car had to have been coming this way if this girl was going
She was
up.
probably trying to turn in.
The only way it makes sense that way is if the red car backed up after the crash onto the grass to get out of the road.
Yeah.
Then it would make sense. If the red car backed up onto the grass. The grass is kind of ripped up there. I think they didn't just back up, they got pushed back. So maybe the red car was,
Everybody's
God,
not
I
the
don't
same.
Oh, that's the one.
I don't know.
They have other kids. You see that diapers now?
Left side, no brakes. Oh man.
He's gonna get 60.
Yeah, so there's 3 cars involved.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, he just got tapped.
That's crazy.
He ain't got nothing. No license, no registration, no ID.
So he's explaining it. Yeah, I'm thinking, dang. Yeah, so it looks like the 2 minivans were the main part of the crash, and this guy caught the edge of it once they started spinning. So we've got a really busy street here, guys. A lot of restaurants, a lot of businesses on the outskirts of what would be downtown Corpus. It's pretty much, this is the intersection of the SPID and the crosstown highway over there. So a lot of businesses, a lot of places to eat around here. Everybody on lunch break and trying to go too fast and merge and turn and use different lanes. And somebody pulled out of this intersection not looking the right way and T-boned the other side. Ambulance is going. So yeah, that's a 27-week pregnant woman that went out on the stretcher. Damn, that's banged up. So yeah, her injuries are going to be from deceleration shock, whiplash to her neck, possible bruising on the chest from the seatbelt. Not a good thing to do when you're 5 months pregnant. 27 weeks, that'd be what? 6 months? 7? Almost 7 months pregnant. No. Lady driving that one's 7 months pregnant,
Oh my
and
goodness.
she was in some pain.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You're not good? Awesome.
I was-
I'd like
well-
to see Second Amendment being
Oh yeah,
enforced.
no, HBO Matt on YouTube, but I wasn't out cop watching.
You weren't
I was at the appliance store getting a belt dryer.
Really? What's your channel name?
HBO Matt.
HBO Matt?
Yep.
Yeah, look you up. Me and my husband watch a lot of First Amendment
But no,
audits.
I've lived here for a while, but I'm a truck driver,
Okay.
so I'm not home enough to record here all the time. So I
Right,
hit
right. Who do you
everywhere.
drive
myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
got
I
my-
go-
I got my CDL 2 years ago in COVID because we have our own courier business.
Yep.
And COVID took 80% of our business away.
Was it
So I
for
thought maybe,
running the load boards? I was getting $5 a mile, but in the last year, it's come down to $2. It's killing us.
Yeah. So I went to Del Mar and got my CDL, but then our business started back up. But now with the stuff going on in Israel, because the industry is oil industry, you know,
Yeah.
it's so touch and go that I'm like, man, do I need to go look for another job?
You don't want to start.
driving.
You don't want to start trucking right now. We're getting paid crap. It's not the company's fault. It's the market. It's the brokers. It's what the economy's doing.
Yeah, and the
But
gas
this
price is
is-
still not helping any.
Not the time to start trucking.
No. And then the city had an open job thing looking for CDL drivers, and they want to pay you as much as McDonald's. I'm like, are you kidding me? I got to assume all the responsibility, my license on the line, and you want to pay
Usually
me as
that
much
kind of
for
stuff
flipping
pays
burgers?
good, like the city
Yeah.
construction and sanitation and
That's what I
stuff.
thought, 'cause I was going to go to it, and I'm
Corpus
looking
is
at
just cheap.
starting pay like $13 or $14 an hour. And I'm like, dude, I don't even move for less than
No.
35.
Yeah, listen, the LTL guys get paid $30 an hour, bare minimum.
You know, I mean, that's what I make. I take a little run to Houston. That's what we do. We run
Yeah.
petroleum samples to Houston. And if I don't make at least $300, I'm not moving.
Yeah, the guys at Saya and FedEx and stuff are making $30 starting.
You know? So,
$14 an hour.
that's crazy. So
Garbage truck guys get more.
to assume all the responsibility, that's insane. But
Heck
now
no.
I was telling my husband because I have to walk him with this, and I was thinking of attaching a cattle prod to it because of all the stray dogs.
Yeah.
And of course, it's never safe walking at night. And we both have, you know, our licenses to carry. We got it before the law passed and stuff like that. But you know, it's ridiculous that I would have to have a gun to walk my dog.
I look at it as I'd have the gun on me anyways, so.
Yeah, but no, I really like it. Like we went to the Thomas J. Henry Barton Park. It was open out in the park. I didn't
Yeah.
see any reason why I
I
couldn't
was
have my
I was
gun.
out there a little bit earlier with a open carrying a rifle for the Eclipse.
There's
That's
a
fun.
website. Does Texas Carry or Texas Open Carry? or
Open
something?
carry Texas.
Open Carry, and they have rallies and stuff.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Not
come
not
to
very
Corpus.
often anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm in with them.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
I just joined them on Facebook.
The,
and I'm like, come to Corpus because we'd love to fucking, you know, go march.
The guy who created it, CJ Grisham, he's my lawyer now
Oh,
because
okay.
he finally finished law school, got his bar license. He's a full up lawyer here in Texas.
Civil rights lawyer.
So yeah, so he's already booked full for the rest of the year because
Wow.
he's just kick ass. But yeah, that's what a year and a half ago, 4 of us got charged with felony organized crime for recording over in Livingston. It's up north of Houston.
Yeah.
So they kept messing with us, Finally, CJ came on, and they're like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah.
And so we got the judge to quash all the charges, but it's still just ridiculous. And they're trying to recharge us. So what they did to try to fix it was they added felony assault on a police officer. They said us following him and recording him put him in immediate fear for his life. So
And you shouldn't be a cop if you're that scary.
and that's felony assault.
Yeah,
on
my
a
favorite is
cop.
when, you know, you're by yourself, you're doing what you're doing. 4 or 5 of them show up with guns, and it's for officer safety.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and if
That's
they
what-
say you're not armed, it's for
it's
officer
why
safety. You
I
guys have
like-
the tasers, you have the batons, you have the guns. There's 5 to 1, but it's for officer safety.
It's why I like open carrying like this so obvious, because it completely changes the dynamic. The cop has to either submit to the situation and just roll with it, or he's got to do something stupid and violate the law.
And you know, we're from the generation that we're brought to respect the police and respect authority. But since we started watching all
When
these
cops
the cop
don't have to,
watching,
there's no responsibility on
when
their
we
end.
started
There's no
the
respect.
cop watching thing and everything, we're just so disgusted by the lies, the ego trips, you know, the bullying, I mean, the lies, the ignorance of it.
I'm right in the middle of all of it.
How
man.
are you enforcing laws when you know nothing about? I watched one and say, "What does the Constitution have to do with this?" And I'm like, "And I'm done." What does the Constitution have to do with it? They
we've-
need more education.
We've made a lot of improvements, but there's still bad ones out there,
Yeah.
and they still can screw up.
I was in a wreck in Houston, and I mean, I swerved really fast, and I'm like, "Oh, thank God I missed it!" Boom! Came to hit from behind. Cop shows up, I get the ticket, and it's saying that he witnessed. I had to sit on the side of the road for 15 minutes in Bel Air waiting for him to show up.
Yeah.
And he said that he witnessed me doing this. And when I brought it up to the attorneys and everything at the court, they sent me another one. They changed it. Okay, and I defended myself in court, and I took in the repairs things from the repairs of my truck. It was obviously they replaced the back of my truck.
Yeah.
But I hit him.
Dash
and
cams are
the
pretty
cop
useful.
lied, and the district attorney lied to protect him. You know, it just makes me sick.
CJ gets involved in something like that, he's gonna rip him a new asshole.
You know, and I used
That's
to,
why we love
me
him.
and my husband, whenever we went out to eat, we saw a couple of cops eating, we would buy them whatever meal they were having and stuff. And right now we're just we take each one individually. We no longer give everybody that cops, they're all good cops.
On average, I'd say Corpus cops are some of the best in the country, in the state. Here, they're pretty damn good. When I was going out Saturday, there's a lot of newbies. So they see somebody with a gun, they start freaking out a little bit and start flashing me with the lights and stuff. I'm like, okay. But the thing is, like 3 seconds later, there's some other cop. It's like, oh, it's him. Ignore him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's perfect.
That's perfect.
Ignore me.
Ignore him,
Just ignore me.
educate the
That's
other
exactly what I want.
Yeah,
just ignore me.
Ignore you and educate the other one.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's
all
the
we're asking.
perfect response. The new cop's like, ears goes up, and he's like, what? And the cop's like, no, it's fine, ignore him.
Because other than that incident in Bel Air, I've never had a bad interaction with an officer.
Yeah. Listen,
okay?
I was
Except an
in
idiot one on the phone that.
I was in San Antonio last week. I haven't put the video up yet because we're gonna wait for his body cam. Doing this, showed up to a guy who got mugged in an apartment complex. 8 cops and a fire rescue pickup truck, EMS, to look at him. The bus hadn't got there yet. And San Antonio cops have gotten really good about closing their laptops, MDTs, so we can't see their stuff.
Right.
Found out EMS can't. Their laptop is stuck open and they can't turn the screen off. But found out a little bit later. So I see the EMT screen is on. I'm like, okay, hey, well, I'll go record the EMT screen and see if they do anything stupid. Because usually they figured it out. That's why they know they turn their screens off, because they can't stop us from recording. I go up to record the EMT screen. I'm like this for about 3 seconds. And a training sergeant starts yelling at me, hey. He runs over, freaking grabs me, rips me away from it, says, you can't record that. He knows better.
Yeah.
So I'm with a couple of the other guys that are TX Sheepdog, Jack Miller. You watch him?
Yes.
Okay, Jack's a really good friend. So I'm out there with Jack and the new guy that's living with him. And so they come running over to get their camera angle of it. And Jack just starts ripping him a new asshole. It's like, Sergeant Flaherty, I know you. What the hell do you think you're doing? Let go of him. And he still won't let go. But so he tries to, his first excuse was, you can't record that. Or like, bullshit. And the second was, well, there's a weapon involved. I wasn't carrying this. I was just a regular large pistol. And we're like, so fucking what? There's no crime. You can't just grab me because you want to talk to me or tell me to do something and I'm armed. Yeah. That's not the way that works. Just because I'm armed doesn't mean you can go hands-on for something you couldn't go hands-on in the first place. But he did. So every once in a while, even though we put it in their head, one little change in circumstance, so he starts thinking, wait, that's an EMS laptop, that's medical info. He really can't record that.
Well, the only privacy is on them, not you.
It's just like their laptops. There's no difference. But
it's public property. We pay for it, but the onus of privacy is on them, not us.
So all it takes is for them not to have gotten, it's been a year or two since the last time they ran into somebody, or there's some little change in circumstance. There's not too many cop watchers out there that open carry. No. So it really changes the dynamic.
I'm against it.
Yeah.
I'm against it. He's all right, but he talks too much and he's almost too nice. Even though I like the fact that I watch Bay Area audit and Long Island audit, and they're really level-headed.
I talk to Sean pretty often. I actually helped him get started off.
Really?
Yeah.
They're really level-headed. They're in control of their emotions. And I really like that about them.
Philip Turner, Batosai?
Which one is it?
Batosai? Philip Turner? Is he the Turner versus Driver.
Okay, yes.
Listen, I'm kind of like the shadow of it. I know everybody.
Okay.
So
how about the guy from KULT?
I don't know him.
No, but I like his style.
It's fun.
Yeah, I like his style too.
So when Sean first got started, a couple of years ago.
Reyes, right? Yeah.
When he first got started a couple of years ago, he reached out to Philip for some help and advice.
Okay.
And so both of us started talking to him like, don't do this. You can do this or don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that to security guards. The biggest thing about getting in on cop watching is to learn what not to do.
Right.
So you don't end up in jail legitimately, at least. But plenty of false arrests. We don't want any good arrests.
Right.
Is this your vehicle?
Oh,
No, sir.
They took off.
I've seen one where they were taking pictures of the police vehicle, and he just did the door. Sure enough, because they're supposed to lock those doors. They have weapons in there. The door's wide open. Cops
We
nowhere
did.
to be seen.
I've done that around here.
You know.
Corpus not so much, but Robstown and some of the other small towns around here.
Yes.
Me and Corners and a couple other guys went out doing, we call it like door watching. It's fun. So we went around to the police stations looking for unlocked cop cars with guns in them. And we had some really fun reactions. We went actual Port A, the island police force.
Yes.
They had one of their beach SUVs parked at the police station with an AR-15 in the center rack, unlocked, with the keys in it running,
Oh my God.
and the door's unlocked.
Oh. Take
So-
off with the car. Take off with the gun.
We popped the door. In Texas, it's not illegal to open the door.
Okay.
Texas, it's only illegal once you enter the vehicle or you steal something out of it or you damage it.
Okay.
But actually just popping the door open
Not illegal.
it doesn't fit the definition of trespassing or burglary of a vehicle.
Okay, you were just checking. You locked it.
Well, no, we didn't lock it.
Okay.
But I said, so it's not illegal to open the door. So what the really fun thing we do is we find a car like that. We either walk into the dispatch office or call dispatch and say we need an officer to come out. And we get the officer to come out and we're like, hey, yeah, we just noticed an issue, and open the door in front of him. It's like, you got a gun right there. This isn't
I
good.
got you beat. I managed at Landry's before we owned our business. We were in restaurant industry.
Yeah.
I managed at Landry's. After the lunch rush, you know, when my people are cleaning and stuff, we had a table with some police officers. Here comes my server up to the office holding the gun. They left her gun.
Oh, yeah.
I had to call the police department and inform
Yeah.
them that, hey, one of your officers
Yeah.
left their gun here.
It happens pretty often,
How do
actually.
you do that?
Because your holster's really janky or it doesn't hold on very well when you take your pants down. So they take the holster off so it doesn't fall off their belt, and they sit it on top of the toilet paper or whatever
But no,
and
they
forget.
were on the table. It was on the other chair at the dining room table. It's not like they left it in
That's,
the bathroom.
oh, God.
No, they left it at the
Then
table.
he's an idiot.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Well, same thing. His holster's uncomfortable, so he took it off. No. I said taking it off because when you drop your pants, it's going to fall off your belt? Okay.
I understand.
Taking it off because
take
your
off
holster
your thing.
sucks,
Yeah.
and when you sit
And
down,
you set
it
down
pinches
an empty
you?
chair and you leave it? Can you
No.
imagine if you got into a situation, he reached for his... We're good.
That's an idiot.
That's crazy.
That's
I'm
just
so
an
glad I
idiot.
met you. I never get a chance to talk to, auditors.
Yep.
And I've never seen one. I saw when a McGanstick came down here and went to the big post office over there.
Yeah,
Across
that's
from Salina.
the thing I don't like about Emma is he's really in it for the drama. He doesn't really cop watch. He's just messing with normal people usually.
Yeah, he just
And I
walking
can-
around.
To some point, that's okay. But when your entire channel is only that, and every video is some kind of clickbait,
Yeah,
I just I'm kind of jaded with him now.
yeah.
I actually missed him at the Corpus Christi airport by about an hour. So I was down, or no, sorry, not Corpus, Laredo.
Yeah. I
As
think,
I was-
is it Enrique from Auditing America? He cracks me up.
Oh God!
But he sometimes
They do
is
stupid
that like
shit.
A law?
But
Yeah.
sometimes he'll do some stupid shit
Or
and
you
get
get
arrested.
that stands in the corner of businesses, and tries to pretend he's speaking Arabic or something.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
we're like, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I know who you're talking about over in California. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that do stupid shit. Me, I'm nice until you do something stupid. That's the way. So I don't come up, toss out
My
cups.
husband doesn't. He would love to do it, but he knows he doesn't have the temperament.
Oh yeah, there's some guys that just hate cops, want to get back at them, want to yell and scream at them.
He's just so angry at what he's seeing, and we've lost faith and trust.
You got to stay careful
You know?
when you're out there. If you know you can't do it, then don't
Yeah,
do it.
because two of my drivers are actually three are retired police officers, and
Well,
I think those are good cops. I know because one testified several times in court against other officers.
that's one of our favorite questions. How many other officers have you testified
And
against?
he has,
Yeah.
you know.
So what I'll say is, if you ever do want to give it a try, get a body cam first. Cam Pro on Amazon's like $100. Because if you want to actually go out and cop watch, make sure one of you has a body cam on you, because phones don't work sometimes. They bug out. The cop grabs them, it stops recording. You always want to have a second camera on you.
Yeah.
Because like if I don't have one on me right now because I'm not out cop watching.
Yeah.
So the problem is, if I'm going live like I am right now, and the phone craps out, now I don't have anything recording if anything happens.
Exactly.
So you never know when you're going to lose signal. Because you always want two things recorded.
I'm big on they need so much more education. How can you stand out here and defend our rights, which is what you're supposed to do, and uphold the law, when you have no idea what they are and what it is?
The way we're doing that is through qualified immunity. When they have to pay out of their own pocket or their own pension for their screw-ups, they'll start taking the time to learn the law and the court cases and not doing anymore. But when there's no responsibility on their side, why would they spend hours studying the law? Because
they need to. I mean, if you got to spend 2 years to learn how to cut hair, okay, you should spend at least the same amount of time how to enforce people's rights and laws.
Yep.
At least the basic, the first 10, huh?
But the thing is, if you cut somebody's hair wrong, you get fired.
You know?
If a cop screws up, they usually don't get fired, and they don't have to pay for the lawsuit.
Is it crazy that they police themselves?
Yeah.
Of course, that never works.
That's it. From what we found, the best solution to fixing all of this is to make people responsible for their own actions. That's all throughout the government.
Yep.
If they're not responsible for their own actions, they're going to act bad because they don't give a crap, and they're going to self-deal. They're going to be corrupt. They're going to do whatever they want.
I've never been one for defunding the police. That's not what it's about. Actually, not more funding for more expensive toys and weapons and stuff. More funding for more education.
I'm not one of the guys that thinks we shouldn't have police. I'm not on the anarchist side.
Nope.
But I think they need personal responsibility for their actions.
Yep.
So some immunity for actual justified stuff.
They should not be allowed to lie to us. And they are.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But even more important is they shouldn't be able to lie in court. They shouldn't be able to lie on legal documents. They shouldn't be able to lie on the reports.
And they did.
And most of the time when they do that, their bosses cover for them. So if every time a cop knowingly lied on a report, he spent a year in jail, they'd stop lying on the damn reports.
And you know what needs to be stopped too? There needs to be a national registry. Okay, gypsy cops are a huge threat to everyone.
Yep.
Gypsy cops are a huge threat.
There's some people trying to do it. The best, most effective so far has been over in California, because the records, their ability to get records of those is really good. So there's a list of gypsy cops for California. But doing it across the whole country, Alabama, West Virginia, they don't make it easy.
I don't see why. I mean, they
don't want to.
They can because they don't want to.
Yeah.
You said it. Because they can track mad cow disease down to the third generation cow, but they can't tell us, you know, where the gypsy cops are going. Same thing with the immigration issues. Here's the car. Show up here if you want to in 3 weeks, and they disappear into the country.
It's up
we can follow a cow. We can follow the chicken egg, but we can't follow the humans. That doesn't make sense.
It's up to us to make them.
Yeah.
That's just the bare soul of it. But there's a lot of people that aren't willing to put the fight in to make that happen. So we're probably screwed as a country anyways. That's
with everything going on right now, I'm very concerned about everything.
Freeman's a good friend. I'm nowhere near as much anarchist as he is, but I agree with him. What we're doing is documenting the downfall of the country. Or I look at it as I'm the rear guard. I'm just trying to delay the inevitable and make a record so maybe USA 2.0 starts off a little bit better.
I was like, I try not to watch too much news and stuff, because every time I'm watching it,
depressing.
It not only depressing, but it makes me want to go buy another gun and more ammo.
Oh no, that's fine. Go do that.
You know.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you. I'm so glad I bumped into you.
Okay.
HBO Max.
Matt. M-A-T-T.
I'm gonna go home and check out some of these videos.
Cool.
Okay.
If you ever need anything or you run across something, I've got my email posted on there. So I say if you know somebody's getting screwed over by the cops or something. Right. I work with Eric at the Chronicle too.
Awesome.
I know everybody.
That's awesome.
So I
said,
if you come across something that needs to be made public, with bad government, bad cops, something like that, let us know. We'll see what we can do.
And you say you work for yourself,
yep.
driving?
Well, so I'm driving under a company out of Oklahoma City,
Oh, okay.
so 1099.
Yeah,
But it's like I get to pick wherever I want to go.
that's cool. But
So-
my thing is, if I have to find something, I want to stay in town. I have 6 dogs,
Yep.
you know, and a sick husband, so
Yeah, we're all over the road stuff
Yeah.
mostly.
That's my only down right now is you
Yeah.
know, having to stay here.
Yeah.
But I've always ever since I was a little girl and watched Convoy, you know, and some of those other trucking movies. I always wanted to be a truck driver, and
Yeah.
the situation arose where I've had to. And I've actually had to use it a couple of times. I have a friend that owns a company here, and he needed a CDL driver to go pick up his dually in this big 40-foot trailer that was loaded down. The cop stopped the driver. My friend didn't know he needed a DOT number. He didn't
Oh,
know,
shit.
He didn't know he needed a CDL driver.
Oh shit! Yeah.
15 tickets, dude.
Oh yeah.
He had to fly me and my husband out to Phoenix.
They love grabbing hot shotters for doing stuff like that.
Yeah, 15 tickets. Like I said, my friend had to fly me and my husband to Phoenix and, you know, pay for everything and get us back, get his trailer and his rig and everything back over here. And it's happened a couple of times.
Why are you wearing a Buc-ee's shirt? Buc-ee's hates us
Oh, I know. I don't know. Why is that? Do you know that?
because they don't make money off of us. They want their parking lot full of cars. They make more money.
That's such shit, except for the gas delivery.
Yeah.
You know, my sister gave it to me. My nephew works at Buc-ee's. You know, but their food, the only thing I like about Buc-ee's is their nice, big, clean bathrooms. Their
Yeah.
food's crap and overpriced.
Yep.
You know,
Oh,
they
no,
don't-
okay,
they
there's-
don't even have the coffee section actually.
There's
set up
there's
anymore.
one thing they've got that's good. Sour balls.
Sour balls.
Their sour balls are actually like way better than most anything else
Usually
you'll
their
find.
gas prices and their clean bathrooms is what I like.
Yep. Yep.
You have a good day.
You
Thank
too.
you. Nice meeting you.
All right, guys, we're gonna sign off. I'm getting hungry. Get a close up. Man, that's smashed. The bumper's still stuck to it, man. Woo. All right, we're gonna get out of here. All right, you guys have a great day.